Thank you, Mr. Chairman and members of the committee. I want to address three arguments or comments that I keep hearing related to gambling. First of all, I hear it's either taxes or gambling. I want to remind you that gambling is a tax. In fact, it's the worst kind of tax. It's a tax on the poor. It preys upon those who are least able to afford it, so it's regressive in nature. It also is based on deception. The government tries to make people believe they're going to be big winners when in reality they know most of the lottery tickets are going to end up in the trash can or they're going to be lost on the gambling floor. It also takes away from the purchases of other goods and services throughout the state. So long-term gambling, when it comes to a state, always causes a decrease in the revenues and other sources. The second issue I want to address is the comment, let the people vote. And I want to remind you that they did vote. We live in a representative republic. You were elected to come and make the hard decisions that affect our state and our citizens. And if we're going to vote on gambling, then let us vote on the general fund budget, let us vote on the educational trust fund budget, let us vote on all the other issues that you deal with, including the earmarks and everything else. And we can address those issues as a full democracy. Then we won't need a legislature, and that'll save us money. So I don't think anybody wants to do that, none of us, and I don't truly favor that. The third issue is, well, I don't gamble, so if somebody else wants to, I'm a libertarian, I want to let them gamble. That's the argument I hear from libertarians. But I want to remind you, you pay even if you don't play. Earl Grinnells of Baylor University and David Mustard of the University of Georgia did a study several years ago that found that when a casino comes to town within a county, the crime rates increased dramatically. They were up by 136%. Robberies, aggravated assault went up 91%, and auto theft went up 78%. Gambling supporters would argue that the higher concentration of people causes that, so they compared it to Orlando, Florida, and Branson, Missouri, Las Vegas, to those two tourist sites, and they found that compared to Orlando, Florida, crime rate per 100,000 visitors and residents in Las Vegas was 290% higher than in Orlando and 1,142% higher than in Branson, Missouri. Reynolds and Mustard conclude that even when using conservative estimates of the external social cost and using generous estimates of the benefits of casinos, the research suggests that the costs exceed the benefits. So you're not going to be making money. The promises that always come with gambling, you're going to have all these revenues coming in, it never pans out. All you have to do is look at the Birmingham race course and you will see they promised that the Birmingham City Schools would never want for money again. We all know how that's turned out. Every time you have to keep expanding gambling to keep more money coming in. So it makes the government, it makes you guys, the legislators and others, become dependent on the gambling revenues to the point that you're addicted to it and you need that money to continue increasing. Thank you. I rushed as fast as I could.
Thank you, Dr. Godfrey. You did a good job.